and welcome back to SCTD with Atibami. In this video, we're going to be discussing an important topic which came up as a question in the previous video I dropped, which explains the things you need to do why you want to buy land or landed property, right? The topic is land banking. What is land banking? Land banking is a practice of acquiring and holding land, usually in an area with expected future development or growth potential, with the intention of benefiting from future appreciation in value or future development opportunities. What am I saying in a lay term? Land banking is a process, right, where you buy land today, you hold it for some period of time, couple of months or years, however long you want to hold it for. Allow that area or the environment to develop. Allow development to reach the area, then you resell for a higher value or you build, whichever one you decide. But at any time you're going to sell, it's not going to be, the value is not going to be same as when you bought the land. That is land banking. When you buy land, you hold it for a couple of months or years, you resell for higher value or you build. Whichever one you did, the value won't be the same. Value of the land won't be the same. So that is land banking. Land banking is not simply buying cheap land and waiting for it to appreciate for you to sell. Proper land banking requires research, due diligence, valuation, planning, knowledge. Like I mentioned in my previous video, before you buy any land, right, whether for banking or for development, you need to do your due diligence. Involve professionals to do your due diligence. You need to carry out valuation on the land to know the current value of that land you want to buy, right? And also, the valuation report will tell you the future potential of that area as well as the current situation of the area you want to buy plots from. The type of building, the type of the soil type, every information you need to know about that property or that land at that moment, valuation report will tell you. So oftentimes it's a guide concerning the present situation of the area you want to buy the land and probably a future focus. Now, how do we know that the area they are banking on will yield profit in a nearest or short period of time? You won't know. Yeah, you won't. A valuer will know. So that's the reason why you need to involve a valuer, an estate surveyors and valuer, to carry out location analysis, right? You carry out location analysis, you carry out market analysis, they will do the due diligence to ensure that the land you want to, that particular area you want to bank on is genuine, the title document is genuine, every other information that needs to be confirmed will be confirmed by the estate surveyors and valuers, then give you report. So just in case you don't want to involve an estate surveyors and valuer, which is a mistake if you ask me, when an area have development potential. How do you know? The things to look out for: population growth of the area. Because population increases demand for houses and commercial properties. So, what is the population of that area? Are people moving towards the area? Or has the area been standstill for the past 5 to 10 years? Population drives infrastructure. Even if, just like I said, even if there is infrastructure and there is no population, be careful. For the land in such area to appreciate might be very, very slow, right? That's if it does at all. It will be very, very slow. So watch out for an area where people are moving to, where the population is increasing, where there is population growth. Because when there is population growth, it drives commercial houses and residential houses, shopping centers, schools, hospital, offices, right? Begin to spark up. So in area like this, your land will increase or will appreciate in value. Don't just, in the name of land banking, rush into buying the land that is cheap without carrying out your research and due diligence. Land might be cheap because it's not accessible. Property might be cheap because there is no population growth in the area. Property might be cheap because that particular area is not buildable. Please be wise. Due diligence is important. Valuation is important. So, having said this, the risk that are associated with land banking, let me list them for better understanding. We have title risk, right? Documentation. Does the land you want to buy have transferable title? I'm not saying whether the property have a title. I'm saying, does the land have transferable title? There are different. Okay, find this out. Government acquisition, infrastructural risk. What's the government planning proposal for that area? You need to know. Poor location. Don't even dare. Like I said, location is everything. Poor location, don't dare. Don't stock your money and think maybe when there's development it will appreciate. Don't do that. Market risk. The market risk revolves around, if you buy today and I want to sell tomorrow, can I get buyer? Right? Can I get a buyer? If I buy now and I want to sell tomorrow, what's the possibility that I will get a buyer? Is it liquidable? Then what is the holding cost? If I'm going to buy the land and hold it for a couple of years, what do I need to do while holding it? Do you need to employ security? You need to build fence? What exactly do you need to do to hold the land down? But in an area where there is high demand, that is not, it's not really a risk, because for every development on the land will be putting into consideration where you want to sell. So it's not really a risk if the location is prime. Prediction about future development can be wrong. Prediction about future development can be wrong. Sometimes there is, road construction going on and people rush into the area to buy land just so they could sell when the road is, has been constructed and property market in that area has increased. But oftentimes that is not the case. There are so many abandoned road projects in the country. So speculation is also another risk. Okay, people buy land, you're just hoping for development to enter the area. The focus could be probably might have been 5 years to 10 years, and 15 years down the line, nothing has happened in the area. So those are the risks involved in land banking. But with proper due diligence from onset, this risk could be avoided. Let me throw more light on the difference between land banking and property development or land development. Land banking, land is acquired and held. While land development, land is developed immediately. You buy the land today, development starts as soon as you have the fund available. The main objective of land banking is future appreciation, while the main objective of property land development is development return. You buy and hold, expecting the price to increase when you sell and make profit from it. While in land development, you develop, your property is there as an asset, but it's now bringing in what? Return. Land banking usually requires longer holding period. Land banking, it requires longer holding period, while land development often require development capital or construction fund. The money to develop it is what you will wait for. And immediately after development, you start receiving your return, your income. Land banking less immediate development activities in the area. In an area where the land in the area is purchased or acquired primarily for land banking purpose, development in that area will slow down because everybody is waiting. Nobody wants to put that fund. Everybody will be waiting for development to reach the area before they do or they sell. Why land development brings about significant development activity in the area. If you buy land today and you're developing it today, of course, activities are ongoing. Then in land banking, the value depends heavily on future growth. You're going to hold on for as long as that development gets there. Without that development, without that growth in that area, you might not receive income on your investment. While in land development, the value comes from the land you bought and the improvement on it. Evaluation is to be done on that land that you've developed. Your ground rent for that year will be considered and the development on the property will be considered. But in land banking, especially those that buy land that did not fence it, it's only the ground rent that will be considered as compensation to you. The ground rent you paid that year, that's if you've paid. If you've not, sorry. Except you have economic trees on your land. So these are the difference. So in considering land banking, the question you should ask yourself, is the land actually worth buying for investment purpose? Rather than asking if the land is cheap. The land is cheap does not mean you will make profit on it in the future. Okay, in practical explanation, right? Let me give a scenario. A million naira plot, that's 1 million naira plot, that remain difficult to sell after 10 years may be a worse investment than a 10 million naira plot that is in a location with a strong demand and development prospect. If I'm going to pay 1 million naira for a plot that in the next 10 years I won't be able to sell it, it's better I pay 10 million naira for a plot where if I want to sell next tomorrow, I'll see somebody that will want to give me 12 million or 15 million naira. So let's be wise in terms of land banking. The question that begged this topic was, how come somebody bought land and after like 5 years the land's price still remained the same, and according to what she heard, what she's been hearing professionals say is that land appreciates, right? Yes, land appreciates, but it depends on where you buy the land. If you bought land from an area where there is no development potential, right? Just like I explained earlier, land banking is you buying land today with the purpose of making money from it in the nearest future. But that money you're going to make from it depends on the factor that there are development potential in the area where you bought the land. What is the population growth of that area? Is there any expansion? Is the city expanding? If you are situated in Abuja, right, you will notice that for the past, let's say for the last 5 years, development concentrated on axes like Karishi, Kuje, Karsana, Apowasa, and all those areas. These are areas that 10, 15, probably, in fact, that's too far. 5, 6 years ago, if you're given a plot of land in those areas, you might not want to take it, right? Because people don't go there. There was no development to say. But what brought the development we see in those areas today? Infrastructure, construction of road. If you go to Kuje Road is now an expressway. There is an express road right now that has been commissioned from Apo to Arshi, right? In an area where there is new road construction, government projects going on, commercial developments are, coming up, residential expansion, you see people building houses, institution building, industrial development, the accessibility has been improved for such development to span up. Those are the areas that have the potential of land appreciation in value. And those are the areas that have development opportunities. Those are the areas you need to look out for when you want to do land banking. You can't just go, for example, you go to, for those who are in Abuja as well, you go to Suleja, this Saboseni area, land are very affordable there. Buy a plot of land worth, let's say, 500,000. Leave it for the next 10 years. Go back there and want to sell and let me know how much people will price it. Except in a situation where, in that same area where you bought the land, government decided to construct a bypass, right? Linking people from the city center to that axis. then your land becomes a valuable asset that can appreciate in value, right? Otherwise, it's just going to be there. So, for you to do land banking successfully, you need to carry out research. Without a proper analysis, you might not know which area have future development opportunities, right? An area that is relatively underdeveloped, right, today might become highly demanded after the construction of a major road or the extension of a city. However, future appreciation is never guaranteed, right? It's never guaranteed. So there is every possibility you buy land today and you want to sell tomorrow, the value remains the same. And there is possibility that you buy land today, you want to sell tomorrow, the value doubles its initial price. So it all depends on location, opportunities. That's development opportunities, in that very location, that area. If you want to go into land banking, these are the steps you need to follow. Identify the location, right? Find areas with genuine development potential. Genuine development potential. Contact an estate surveyors if you're not sure. Let them explain to you. Investigate, right? Investigate the ownership, title, planning status of that location, that area, government intention in that area, the accessibility, government acquisition, and other relevant issue in that area is important. Buy the land, hold the land, and monitor it. How do you monitor your land? When you buy land, if it's not an estate land, right? When you buy an individual land, a virgin land, with the hope of banking on it, you don't just buy the land, abandon it, keep your paper in your drawer, and you have land somewhere. No. When you buy land, if it's not an estate land, right? Bacon your land, fence it. You have to fence it. Put a gate man there. If it's an area where it's not livable, you can't put human being there. Ask farmers to start farming on your land. It's a form of security. They will inform you at any point anything happen or someone trespasses your land. Is important. Monitoring is important. Keep visiting the land. Go there often as possible. See it, see what's going on, see the environment, see the development going on. Know when to sell. All right? Sell or you develop. That's it. As long as you carry out these steps, you see how the area transform along with your waiting time, right, before you decide to sell or develop the area. Land banking is lucrative, but it all depends on the area you're banking on, the location. Location is important. That is it for this topic. Thank you. Like always, share this video if you find it useful. Share it with estate management students and professionals around you, or anyone who wants to venture into a real estate investment. Click the notification bell so you'll be notified each time we drop videos like this. Do like and leave all your thoughts and feedback in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned.